Hello student, today we will revise chapter 15 Air Around Us, and in which student we will discuss question answer. So first question, name the main component of air. So student, we know that in air there are many gases, and in which nitrogen gas is a main component because the quantity of nitrogen gas is a more to compare other gases. So the main component of air is nitrogen gas. What is the source of oxygen gas in air? So we know that student, photosynthesis by green plant is a source of oxygen gas in air. Third question, what is the percentage of nitrogen in air? So we know that student, what is the percentage of nitrogen? So it's a 78.1% of nitrogen. It means in our book there is only 78% because we negotiate a point value. So it's a 78.1%. What is the percentage of oxygen in air? So it's a 20.9. It means around 21%. What is the source of carbon dioxide in air? Respiration by animal and plants and burning of fuel. It means student, in atmosphere how carbon dioxide is added. So we know that in a respiratory system we, animal and plants, exhale carbon dioxide, and also when we burn a fuel, so carbon dioxide is added in our atmosphere. So the sources of carbon dioxide is animal, plants, humans and burning of fuel. Now next question, mention one necessary condition for the combustion to take place. So it means student, in the chapter we perform an activity and in which first we light a candle and after that sometime we put a inverted glass on candle, so our candle is burned off. It means there is no oxygen supply, so there is no air supply, and that's why we says that for a burning, for combustion, oxygen is necessary. It means presence of air is necessary. Now the next question, why is air considered as a mixture? So we know that student, in air there are many components like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, smoke, some dust particles and some other gases. So why it is considered as a mixture? So air contains oxygen and nitrogen as its major constituent of air, and these gases retain their properties in air. So the air is called mixture. Now next question, name the major gas present in the inhaled air and second is exhaled air. It means student, in our breathing system we take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. So we use inhaled air in oxygen and exhaled air, it means carbon dioxide. Now next question, write the necessary condition for rusting of iron to take place. So we know that student, rusting of iron, it means rusting of iron take place in the presence of moisture and air. So the presence of air and water vapor in air are two necessary conditions for rusting of iron. So without moisture in air and water vapor, it is not possible for rusting process. So moisture in air and water vapor is necessary condition for rusting of iron. Now next question. Name a device which uses wind energy to generate electricity. So we know that, student, which device is used to generate electricity and also it related to wind. So it's a windmills. So windmills use the wind energy to convert wind energy into electrical energy. Now next question, what is wind energy? And mention its two advantages. It means, student, we use a moving air for any purpose. So it called wind energy. So blowing air is called wind, and wind possesses kinetic energy, and the kinetic energy possessed by wind is called wind energy. Now next, uses of wind energy are to pump the groundwater and to generate electricity with the help of windmills. So student, also we learned the uses of windmill in our chapter. So we use to generate electricity, to start a flour mill and many other bases. Next question, mention two uses of air. So student, in a chapter we already learned many uses of air in our daily life. So for respiration, all organisms need air. For burning of any substance, air is needed. For dry our clothes, to inflate a balloon or vehicle tires. So in many places we use air. Next question, describe balance of oxygen in the air. It means, student, we know that plants are responsible to a balance of oxygen in air. So oxygen in air is used by the organisms present in air, water or soil or on earth for their respiration. It means all the living organisms on the earth are use oxygen for respiration. During respiration, carbon dioxide gas is released to air. It means all the living organisms give out carbon dioxide in the air. But green plants during photosynthesis use carbon dioxide of air for preparing their food, and also they release oxygen in the air, and thus the balance of oxygen in air is maintained. So the main part is the plant to balance oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air. Now next question, what happens if the percentage of oxygen in the air reaches to 70%? So student, if any substances catches fire, it will become difficult to extinguish the fire as oxygen supports combustion. So we know that, student, if the percentage of oxygen in the air it reaches to 70%, it means it's a very difficult to manage fire, because any substance catches fire easily, because the percentage of air, it means oxygen, is more. So that's why it's very difficult to extinguish a fire. So the oxygen supports combustion. Next, what happens if the percentage of carbon dioxide increase in the air? So student, what will be done if the CO2 is more in atmosphere? The increased percentage of carbon dioxide will cause greenhouse effect. That is, it will not allow the hot rays of sun to escape from the atmosphere after reflection once they enter the Earth's atmosphere. and thereby increasing the temperature of earth. Ice on mountains will melt and water level will rise. So if carbon dioxide is increased in air, so it is very difficult because ice on mountain will melt and water level will rise up. So it is very difficult to manage. So that's why the percentage of carbon dioxide in air is very true. Next question. You must have seen during rainy season when it rains, the animals like earthworms, snakes, snails, etc. are commonly seen. Explain why. So we know that student, these all are a under soil animal. It means they are live inside soil. So all these animal live in underground burrows or remain buried in the soil, and they get oxygen from air that enter into the burrow through entrance of burrow or through pores in the soil. But when it rains, the water gets filled in their dwelling place and pores of the soil. So they come out in search of air. Next question. Why is carbon dioxide gas used to extinguish fire? Because carbon dioxide does not support combustion, it means it does not support for fire. So that's why when sprayed on burning object, it stops the supply of oxygen and we can control on fire. So that's why we use carbon dioxide for give off the fire. Next question. How will you prove that soil contains air in it? So for that student, already we learned an activity in the chapter. So for that, take a glass tumbler, add some soil in it, then pour some water on the soil slowly. The air bubbles come out of the soil, and these air bubbles prove that soil holds air in it. Next question. Why do we see the sky and air clear and clean after rainfall? Because we know that student, the dust particles which remain suspended in air get loaded and come down on the ground due to rainfall. And this is the reason that the sky and the air look clean and clean after rainfall. In the atmosphere, we know that some smoke, some dust particles are present. And when the rainfall, they all are come down with the rainwater. And that's why after a rain season, we see a clear air and clear sky. Thank you.